What's going on, everybody? My name is Sonic, and to give you a brief explanation on who the hell I am, I'm just a car guy, just like the rest of you guys. Pretty much this lifestyle podcast is going to be talking about all things in the car world. Now, to give you a brief introduction, I've been at this for 20 years. I started with my team, grew into a business, a little bit of the media side as well. I actually got my co-host over here, Mr. Anthony, that's about to introduce himself, that he's going to be my co-host in this brain fart of ours of wanting to start a podcast.
Hey guys, I'm Anthony. You probably know me by my clapped out Z. It's wide now, so that's kind of cool. And, you get love and hate everywhere you go, whether it's JDM, GDM, American, doesn't matter. But I'm embarking on this journey with Sonic, and we're going to talk about different topics as far as tuner versus straight muscle, or slammed and raised and cambered out, or static or bags, and so on and so forth. Just bullshit. Sometimes we're going to discuss
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, topics going on in the world, the full send meets and what have you, and the illegal straight racing, which is actually kind of fun, but bad, very bad.
So we're pretty much going to bring you a little bit of everything.
All right, guys.
From the lifted to the slammed, static, bagged, you name it, we got it. So we hope you enjoy this crazy brain fart of ours, and welcome to the Lifestyle Podcast. So, Mr. Anthony, now that you have officially joined the squad since, 2 years now it's going to be?
Yeah, Jared put me on 2 years ago.
Okay, all right, so 2 years. You haven't seen a show yet.
No, terrified to, too. I'm deathly scared of Ian.
This guy's paranoid about his 350Z when it looks better than most to go to a car show. But
recently we just picked up two Zs that are absolutely cleaner than mine and not half as clapped out. One even has artwork on it. The other guy has like a professional build on it, where he has like $3,000 in just suspension work alone.
So to get into this, because why not? It's the first episode, and we'll get better as we go. What is your fear about the car shows?
Just hate. They're gonna look at my car and be like, that car, you can tell this kid is definitely a budget build, and he's sending it on the weekends, and yeah, it's a race car, but it's an automatic, so this guy sucks. And I know I'm gonna get that, of course, but guess what? The automatic is faster than a manual. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay, we can already see people getting triggered about that one.
If it's tuned properly, it'll work the right way.
I mean, I get it. You've never been to a show before. It's like we've talked about this in the past, aside from like this podcast thing. We have done about, hundreds of shows by this rate, 20 years into this. But it's not that bad. The shows aren't that bad. You got to worry about keeping your car clean. You got to have the patience of Mother Teresa, because you have to stand there half the time for 8, 9 hours, 10 hours.
How about getting it there? With the amazing tape jobs I've seen on the pictures of people taping the front
I am one of those.
cars.
I am one of those victims that do the heavy blue tape on my cars.
Christ.
No, but you'll be fine at the end of the day. I mean, the judges are hardcore. Like I said, I've told you a million stories before about the real old school judges that do the white glove test. So
Terrified.
Keep clean underneath the wheel well, inside the engine bays, and certain little crevices and whatnot.
I'm scared of who they're going to park me next to. If they park me next to Kermit, I'm going to have to shit myself.
And to rely on our people that are listening, you can find half of these cars on Instagram. If you're a car guy, you definitely know who half of these cars are. So as we get better with this, we'll be linking up pages and cars that we see and whatnot.
Giving you little gems here and there, so that way you guys have an idea of what we're talking about and the popping cars in our area and who's doing what and just cool shit in general that we see.
Because to give you a good idea, Mr. Snuff over here, he's a JDM life. But me, on the other hand, I'm domestic. I got nothing but GM cars at home, aside from like the random BMW. But aside from that, I'm mostly GM. So, it's a different of opinions and looks and tastes that we have on our cars, but I don't know. It's a good combination of everything, to be honest,
Actually, I just started getting into the German world with my Audi.
Oh, that's right. That lovely project car on Audi A8.
It's a fucking miserable abortion, and I wish I never did it. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And even the fucking taillights are like $4,000. I hate myself.
we didn't really put much mind into this before I kind of pushed them to get that project car, but it'll be worth it in the end. That's the only thing I can tell you. It'll be worth it in the end.
You know, people I've seen buy shit boxes and turn them into amazing things. Like, not for anything. I'm not pointing fingers. Will.
Okay.
That Jetta, when he got it, was not everything it is now. But now it's something you'd see in a magazine.
True. This is also true.
This kid drives a pink Jetta with, I want to say, 4 or 5, what would you call those? The pearls? Yeah, he has pearls in
He
it.
does have pearl.
And he's building 3-piece wheels, and he's got the airbag suspension. And when I tell you this thing is a clout god, and he's so underrated, and low-key, nobody really knows too much about it. It's a beautiful thing. And hopefully I'll get there.
I mean, you're slowly getting there. How many followers do you have already on?
Not even 1,000.
I mean, he'll get there. You'll get there. Trust me, you'll get there. But like I said, the podcast, we're gonna just talk about a little bit about everything in this car world: the good, the bad, the ugly, fads that should have never become popular at all, and
Give me one. And if you say big wing, I'm jumping over the table.
not big wing, because I like big wing, as long as it's not the eBay big wing, which that triggers the hell out of me.
We see that all over Hudson County.
And we do see that all over Hudson County.
Listen, if you're a Camry and you put a giant eBay spoiler on your car, you should be
Please,
ashamed of
just-
yourself.
Please sell it to Carvana or something. Love of God. But
We're from Hudson County.
we're from Hudson County, so if you know the term, you know the term. It's one of those things. If you see one, oh God, that's from Hudson County. You just have to go with it. But like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly, things that should be cool, and hopefully it picks up a little bit more to, stuff like, Pletsy dip.
No, leave that alone. You're
If
gonna hurt a lot of
done,
feelings.
if done correctly, I like it.
You have the one kid with the color shift that looks close to rap. And Wilder,
True,
look
yes.
at Wilder. Wilder is tits.
You're right. Like I said, done right. Because you got these guys,
With the matte black rattle can job.
they
outside.
do it right outside the parking lot of the damn store. They got the cannon.
Usually at Walmart. I like that. That's my favorite.
Mm.
Stop and record and like, what is this guy doing right now?
If done right, it looks good. Just me personally, coming from old school,
I'm rolling my eyes so hard right now.
and putting the money and the time into a paint job and 3-4 stages of damn clear and house of color metal flake and fade and whatnot, and
All the car show guys know that, but your average Joe who brings
No.
a Challenger to a meet has no idea what you're talking about.
of course, because chances are they probably got out of the damn dealership by now. Have you not seen how the car scene has been the last few years?
Let's touch on that car scene thing.
Okay.
So recently, they've been talking about these full sends, and everybody's been bashing these guys, these poor guys. They set up these meets to have fun. Do the people there drink the water and it's not such good water? Maybe. When you're doing donuts in a Charger that's not fully paid off yet, and this is like your second time doing donuts, you should not be doing that. It's very dangerous, and then you get the people who run into the circle, and it kind of falls on the person who throws the meat, but it's not their fault, really. It's not.
Yeah.
They
to a certain
organized a
degree.
good time, and it just so happens that these bad things happen to them, and then they get jabbed in the ribs for it. Not for anything. The bad side to that is the best way I can describe these full send meets.
This is going to be great.
No, come on, no, stop.
No. They let them hear your mind. I
All right.
want to see. I want to have them enjoy how your mind works.
So it's like dating a girl who has a kid already. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if you're one of those men who say, you know what, that's my kid now. Beautiful thing, more power to you. I appreciate that. That's a beautiful thing. I was raised by a single mother. I get it. But for the person who's trying to start a family with this woman, it can be a little bit tedious. It can be a little bit rough. There's challenges that come with it. And because they decide to send it out in the street and make it public, let's say, it's not under a bridge, it's Times Square. Now I can't drive through the city without getting pulled over. Oh, this guy got a sticker on his windshield, and then he's lowered, and then the camber, and then the loud exhaust, and then the wing. By the end of it, I spent $1,400 on something I didn't even do. It blows my mind.
Well, it goes back to the famous what they do in OC.
That, ready for this? The reason why that doesn't matter to me so much, it's not my home. It's not next door to me.
Okay, granted. I mean, I've never been a fan of meats. You know this you know this well. You know this well. I am a car show guy because I've purebred and grown up. Yeah, if you build your car, you bring it to a show. To me, you know, for a hangout, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But not for the stuff that we actually get to see. Okay. We're gonna have people whacked by cars. People have died in this past year alone.
It's not the meat's fault. It's the people running
You're
out
right.
into the middle.
You know, you're 100% right. It is not the meat's fault or the persons that host the meat. It comes down to the damn individual that doesn't know their ass from their elbow.
Yeah,
that's
sad.
all it comes down to, which is the sad part about it.
And I don't think necessarily it's them not knowing. I think it's a mistake that they're poor judgment, more or less.
And it's, yeah, I guess you can say it's poor judgment. In the heat of the moment, you're excited, whatnot, or, you know.
Yeah, you got a hard dick and you're chasing everything. I get it.
I mean,
it is what it is.
I want to go see what that quarter panel tastes like. Boom,
No,
there you
that's
go.
not it. Or the wing. We've all watched that one.
But, you know, it's one of those things that, like I said, I've been built for shows.
And you haven't taken me to a show yet, so for the last 2 years I've been going to meets and I got to see some awesome shit.
No, and you're right. A lot of meets are nice and are cool. Do you see me? You know, I've put X amount of money into my build to you know, put the gas money, the toll money, tape up the car, because I got to tape up the damn car because of the damn paint job.
Well, you spent how much on the paint job? I get it.
To go and bring it to a meet.
All right, granted, but you have to understand the meat does get you out there. I've gotten
100% that is true. Meets have become the way
to meet people,
and put their cars out there, and you know, the whole Instagram hype and whatnot.
It's not even about Instagram. It's just about like basic networking. Think about it this way. Ready for this?
True.
I met Phil, TKP Media, off the hook photographer. Definitely go and check him out. I've met who else actually? I've met a couple people. Juan with that 350Z. He has a green 350Z, bagged, 3-piece wheels, the widest thing I've ever seen in person. Like, in person. Instagram does not do it justice. I've seen that little blue Miata finally in person via meets. Like,
Okay.
and not for anything. I've seen people send it at meets, which is really fucking awesome. Watched somebody send it in a Genesis, which was kind of cool. I didn't expect that out of that. No, I'm serious. I've watched E30s made out of rust, basically. Full send, giant cloud of smoke, screaming, and it's a beautiful thing. I get it. But the car shows it. You park, and that's it. You're done. Ta-da.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. It is not for the faint of heart, I guess you could say. I've had members just roll up into the show and stay there 20 minutes and bounce just because end of the day you're really doing nothing. And I get it. I do get it. You have to be mentally prepared to sit there under the sun, let's say for example for a few hours, to get judged, to hopefully bring back an award.
Yeah, and then he's going to tell you how shitty your car is. Fuck you. Absolutely not.
Listen.
He's going to walk over, kick the tire, and say, yep, this is a rust bucket. You're going to get last place.
There are shows that you do wake up, you get there, you set up everything, you spend 2 hours cleaning your damn car, and then you're wondering, why did I wake up today? Why?
Why didn't my mother give birth to me? Why did she do that?
Why am I here? And why do I even like doing this? There are shows that really make you question yourself. There really are. But then, because honestly, there's like 80% of those shows that are like that. The 20% are the ones that you're like, wow, this is legit.
Perfect example, Carlisle. We just got confirmed by Carlisle to be, what is it exactly?
To Carlisle standards, we are recognized as one of the nice teams that have cool builds to be, part of the Carlisle family. So, many thanks to that, by the way, guys.
When they judge you, they have you turn on absolutely everything. And just to sit outside the tent kind of and just watch that car go nuts, coolest thing you can see. I've watched videos on it. I'm dying to see it in person. So
hopefully we'll pop your cherries this year,
If COVID ever fucking dies.
Lovely damn COVID. I mean, I swear to God, this whole COVID thing, while we jump our minds into a little bit of everything, the only positive I've seen COVID.
You better not say people finished their builds, because you know how many people didn't finish their builds? Don't even say that.
All right, well, not everybody, but at least I'm close to. At least I'm close to finishing up some mods that from like my to-do list. I'm nowhere near done anyway, but I've gotten closer to scratch a few more things off the damn list. It is what it is. You gotta think. You gotta take the positive.
Okay.
With the whole negative
COVID gave
thing.
me time to go to car meets and mask up and actually walk around and see some really cool shit and get some ideas, more or less, on what I want to do.
Speaking about the whole COVID thing, if we end up going to a few shows by hopefully this summer, are you gonna be paranoid?
Absolutely not. I'm licking tires. No. Yeah, of course I'm gonna be paranoid.
As we get a letter from the CDC. Continue.
Who would not be paranoid in a time like this? Dude, times are fucked up. Girls are selling pussy on Instagram, and you got this.
OnlyFans.
That's awesome, but not awesome.
I'm telling Snuff to start an OnlyFans, but he doesn't want to yet, guys.
If Katie joins in, I'll join in. Follow Caitlin, guys. We're gonna make her do this with me. No, don't do that. Stay away from her. I'll break your legs. But the fact of the matter being, and then on top of that, you have people walking around with masks, and some people not even wearing masks. It's scary, and then most people don't have jobs, but they're still buying car parts, and then you have to worry about the people who live at home with their parents that are older, and like it's a lot of fucked up things going on all at once. People are worried about financial statuses and keeping their families safe, and we even had people lost to COVID that were close to us. So I mean,
very true.
It's a big thing. And with the upcoming season, all I can see is, yeah, it's going to be scary, but I think we could pop out a couple of shows to get out there at least.
Yeah, at least I'm hoping, hopefully, because half of these shows that we're going to be going to are like outside the state. So I'm kind of hoping, at least have my fingers crossed and toes crossed that, they happen. Like one of the famous, I made telling you stories since you joined the team. The most favorite show to me is Ocean City. And no, guys, not H2OI.
That's pretty awesome.
That is pretty legitimately awesome, but no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the OC car and truck show. Personally, to me, my vacation time.
It was supposed to be in Atlantic City this year or something like that.
H2O, well, I'll give you a brief into that. If I know my story correctly, H2OI, the owners, used to do it in Ocean City, Maryland.
Yes.
Things started getting way out of hand.
Oh, like the full. All right, so people are full sending it there.
But this took a few years to happen. And then the final straw, they got kicked out. They got literally, the event got kicked out of Ocean City, Maryland. You guys are never to come back here again type deal. After a few years, they landed in the Showboat in Atlantic City.
Yeah, that's actually a great result.
But what happens, I don't know, something about Ocean City, Maryland. It just keeps on bringing those cars back, and meets in every single lot and burnouts in every corner and the banana run. You see it all. You literally see it all. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. But it comes back to the main thing. You got the idiots that mess it up for everyone else. Because Ocean City, Maryland, forget about the H2OI thing. There's another cruising event that happens there with more old school cars and Volkswagens, old school Beetles, that type of thing. And it's a much older crowd.
Okay.
So you're talking about guys already
that aren't gonna
mid-50s, 60s with their cruisers, their hot rods, or their exotics, whatnot. And they're also getting owned now by Ocean City PD and getting their cars impounded.
That's the same thing that's happening over here.
When all they've done for years is cruise up and down, coastal, park in a lot, hang out, and then everybody goes home.
That's like Edgewater, perfect example. Edgewater, New Jersey.
Yes, the famous Starbucks.
Everybody knows that as Thursday nights, we're going to Edgewater. And when I tell you lined up over 100 cars, nice, chill, quiet, calm, and you got somebody in an MK7 that has an amazing Brapple tune, decide to just lay on it, and then you get a couple cop cars that show up and they park there and kind of look at us, and you get the one guy in a Miata who decides to rev it, and then the guy with the Hellcat says, I'm louder, and then it starts back and forth. Next thing you know, I got a $300 ticket, and I have no idea what the fuck happened. I'm scratching my head wondering, why did I do this to myself?
Story of my life. Like I said, it just comes about to the same thing. You don't even want to take out your car.
Wrong. I still want to take it out.
I mean, you're just special, but that's a different case because you've gotten how many tickets already when I told you not to go there? Go ahead. Go
More
ahead.
than I care to admit.
There you go. There you go. Ah, I told you so. But anyway, going back to a little bit of everything. Now, this famous full send takeover that happened in Times Square.
Which I don't know if it was by full send. I doubt.
No,
it
I have
was.
no. To be honest, I have no idea who the hell did it.
Don't
I just
give him heat, man.
No, never. But I was just looking through the the Instagram
Oh yeah, no.
reel or whatever, and it sucks because I have photographer friends that go there, whether it's Sevens Day. So for all you car guys, all the RX-7s in the world show up in one night, to go to Times Square and take over it, and sickest shots you can ever imagine with crowds and the whole 9 yards. For the car builder, it is an orgasm.
And
because you're going to the city that never sleeps
Yep.
with the beautiful lighting
Yep.
of everything, and you got people from everywhere taking pictures of your car and video and live streaming it, and before you know it, you just gain like 100-something thousand followers, and it's something crazy and something out of this damn world. And now that has gone to crap.
Yeah, it has. I think we can pull it back. We should come up with an idea where we all join some sort of union and we donate to the NYPD, and they kind of look at our car and be like, did he donate? Does he have the sticker? All right, we let him go.
It's not a bad idea, but I mean, it comes down to the same thing. I get it a million times, but why do those morons have to mess it up for everybody else that has worked
So hard to make their
whole
builders.
hard to their build to finally get it ready for the day? You pay the toll because let's be for real, the toll is up and it's not cheap. To come back with 4 or 5 tickets because Joe Schmo with his little rattle
Last
can,
week decided to send it.
rattle can muffler from like AutoZone decided to like freaking do a burnout in the middle of like 5 cops and with the middle finger sticking out of the. You know what I mean? Like what the why? What?
So, hear me out. I get it. It's a rush. And know what? If he didn't get pulled over, none of this would be even relevant.
Exactly. It would have been another cool shot that we see on Facebook or on Instagram or anywhere else with all these photographers that take some pretty damn good shots in the middle of your car being in Times Square, which is a dope-ass shot.
Yep. I got to agree with you there.
And now, don't get me wrong, you can still go, but your balls are going to be like by your throat because you don't know if there's going to be 3 NYPDs that are just going to walk up to your car and be like, registration, license, and have a merry way.
Here's where that grinds my gears. Okay, so when you have the souped up RX-7, when you have the Supra, when you have the 240, when you have the Sylvia drive-through there, that's fine. Most of the time, you're not going to send it in there. There's no way. Absolutely not. But
It's not enough space. Love a
when
God.
you have that stock Challenger with everything stock and you decide, you know what, this would be a cool place to do a donut, or you have that stock Z and you're like, you know what, this would be a cool place to send it, ha ha ha. You're hurting somebody else later on down the line. And yes, it doesn't really matter to you because you're not paying that ticket, so who cares? But going back to my last point, it's you're dating this girl, you knocked her up and you bounced. Now the next guy kind of has to deal with it more or less.
I swear I got you in the examples.
No, that's exactly what it is.
But, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong in it. But it just comes down to the same thing. They mess it up for all the other car guys and gals
Yes.
that do work hard on their builds. Whether they're fully done or they're not. It's not even like the point of it. Your build is your build. I don't even bother arguing with that. Your build is your build on however way you want to build it. I don't care. But if you're following the rule, it's bad enough you're going with like 10, 12, 15, 20 cars. Good to go, hence take over Times Square.
Yeah.
That's already bad enough. That's it. That bad enough you are stuck in that position already that you put yourself in.
But
you want to do it for the shot. Somebody will, you were there, they took a picture of your car, a video. I get it, 100%.
prior to today and the way things are,
It's been going on for years.
it was fine prior
And
to
it was fine.
recently.
Because everybody at least respected, you know what? We're at least going in this heavy and this deep, but let's at least not cause that much of a mayhem. Let's just go and have people go nuts about our cars. Let the cars speak for themselves.
Perfect example.
That's the way I think about it.
All right, so there's this one guy who does these cruises through New York City with like maybe 100 GTRs. All these cars,
Right, I've seen that too.
over 1,000 horsepower, wide body kits, purple, yellow, pink, green. Jared was part of that for once.
That's true. That's true.
And he said it was the most beautiful thing and controlled thing. But that person also who runs it has more pull than tug of war, more juice than Tropicana. So if they were going to pull him over, I'm pretty sure this guy would just stick his head out the window and be like, really? Call officer so-and-so or call the chief and tell him you're with me. And that would be squashed. But when you have kids from out of town that don't know the city and don't really care to, I don't know, be more or less controlled, it doesn't matter to them. They're going to do what they want, when they want, how they want, and you can't stop them.
Sadly. I mean,
But then again, it comes back to having respect for the person throwing the thing.
yeah, which end of the day, I'm pretty sure whoever decided on doing that takeover, yeah, and it was going to be a good idea.
In theory, on paper.
You know what I mean?
Like
On
the
paper,
Jets. On paper, it's good.
It sounded beautiful and it sounded awesome. I mean, the GTRs have done it. The sevens, sevens have done it.
Yep.
Why can't we do it?
Because
I totally
you're in a
get it.
stock Accord, and you're still
Granted,
not done paying
we
it off.
don't even know if that was even a stock Accord. Like I don't even like what was the car that started the mayhem anyway?
To be honest, if you could shoot me right now, I still wouldn't
Like
know.
honestly, I don't even.
I saw a giant cloud and red and blue lights, and I was like, uh-oh, that's not good.
I mean, those are the ones that get everybody else kicked out. It comes back to the same thing.
One bad apple.
I guess I would be more open to meets. Honest to God, I would be.
If you knew you weren't going to get harassed and
If I
cavity
knew,
checked.
yeah, pretty much. Like I'm gonna have to leave my testicle in the front of a judge just so I can get back home with like
and keep
one or
your
two
car.
tickets.
Yeah, that's the
You know
other
what I
thing.
mean? Because let's be for real. Ain't no mod legal on our damn cars. Nothing.
Not even an air freshener, because that can be considered obstruction of view.
Obstruction of view.
Trust me, I know it. I
You know?
hate it. I've worn that T-shirt.
So end of the day, you know what I mean? You work so hard for a moment
To enjoy it.
to enjoy it. You're only, I mean, to me, in my own head, my sanctuary of the moment where I can enjoy and appreciate what I've built and
Take
what
that
I've
deep
done.
breath in silence.
Exactly. Is in a car show because it's controlled.
Yeah, but you also have a fully done car with
That
a
doesn't-
no-limit build.
That doesn't matter.
It does.
No, it does not. I'm saying, I mean, you've never done a show before. When you do your first show, you're going to understand where I'm coming from. You're going to fully understand where I'm coming from. This is the topic and the argument that me and him go after, like every other random day that we start talking, because he's never had a chance to go to a full car show. And hell, he even thinks his car's not even ready for a car show when it is. You know what? Give your IG so people can start checking your car out.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Give
you,
it-
I can't
give
believe
it-
You put me on the spot right now.
give it-
You suck.
Granted, you're always gonna find the one and be like, "What the hell? I wouldn't do that to a Z." I don't care. End of the day, it's a
It's-
very cool ass build.
At Snuffleupagus. SNUFFLEUFIGUS.
There you go. And if times are rough, so if you send him $10, he'll give you some
Feet pics.
feet pics or
Maybe.
something if you're nice. But anyway, but it goes back to that. You have the mentality because you've never had a chance to experience a car show. Like it, don't like it, you just haven't had a chance. That's why, hopefully, this year, we can at least squeeze one or two good ones to get a good taste in your mouth. Because I don't want to bring you to a show that you'll just be like, what the fuck was this? Because trust me, off the top of my head, I can have a field day with shows that I'm just like, what the hell?
They're going to look at my
Why?
car like that. I know it.
People are always going to look at everybody's car like that. Let's be for real. I mean, for all you boys and girls, I happen to have the car with the Sonic the Hedgehog on the damn
No,
hood.
give them your IG now.
Sonic SUV. I have a few cars, so you just follow that one.
Or Team C4.
Anyway, we will have a lot more links and social stuff and all that mess of stuff later on. But the point of the matter is, you have to have a thick skin.
Yeah, right.
You're driving a Z, that's automatic.
Ouch.
That right there is enough to trigger half the people. Why wouldn't you just put it into a swap? Like, why not? Who cares? Who cares?
Because I got a mean-ass 40 roll. I'm not as fast as Kermit because he's probably the fastest stock block Z going around. I'm just going to say that out loud. I'm not as fast as him, but...
Is he really that fast?
Blow the doors off of me.
Really? No kidding.
Oh, my God. He busts ass on 370s if they're not tuned.
Huh, no shit.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Also, his is Kermit on Instagram. If you're ever looking for him, I don't know if that's the proper thing for it, but absolutely a good follow.
I'm assuming it's a green.
Actually, it's a custom wrap that if you take a picture, there's a reflection of like the evil Kermit in the hood on his rear quarter fender.
Is it really?
Oh, it's so sick.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna.
Yeah,
have to...
now you're looking at my car like it's a piece of shit. Thank you, I appreciate that.
You don't give your car that much hope. I swear to God, dude,
I'm
you
telling
don't.
you, if
Like,
my
goddamn.
shower rod could support my weight, I'd be hanging from the shower rod. It's sad.
You're horrible. But again, it just comes back to the same thing that we go back and forth on. Better said, being in that controlled area or that controlled setting for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4, whatever the fuck. People walk up to your car, they ask you a million questions, or they'll be like, "Yo, can I take a picture with your car? Can I sit inside? Can I just do this? Can I check out that? How'd you do this? How'd you build that?" That is the satisfying side of the car world.
Okay, maybe I might get into
Or getting, a million people may not like my build. But at the end of the day, it's about the respect of how much work has gone into it.
Oh yeah, no, I totally appreciate that. When you see the little Jettas that are absolutely rusted out, and they did that on purpose, they took the time to shave off all the paint.
Yeah, exactly. I love that patina look. I love that old school patina
the
look.
Coca-Cola
That
on
to
it.
me, a lot of people go nuts and be like, "That's not show quality." That is show quality, if done right.
Yeah, I gotta say that too.
But it's the basic concept that we keep just looping back to. If done right, and without the idiots.
Because you do have them. They have. All right, so I've watched it happen where somebody shaved it too much and wanted to put holes in it where it's gone a little too deep.
Yes, and that happens.
Now it's a oopsie versus
Exactly.
that's cool.
Yes, and I do give credit to these people that
Do the patina look.
do the patina look,
You have to.
because that in itself, to me at least, takes balls.
I'm vaping while we do this. I
Because
smoke views.
because we don't know, or they don't know, better said, the outcome.
Yeah, it's balls.
So it's balls. It's just straight balls.
Tremendous
You can
balls.
have always the idea in your head or on paper. If you're good with graphics, you can always design something. But when it comes to patina, you really are kind of like throwing your balls on the wall and see what happens.
I'm gonna hit you with the brakes right now, though.
That's a horrible example, but whatever. Just go with it.
Ready for this? How about the guys who wrap their cars with patinas? Or even better, the wraps that look like sports cars or like actual track cars, but they look weathered. And it's just a
Yes.
wrap.
Yes, I do love that. I do love that. I love that 100%. We will get into the topic of the wraps versus the paints. That's for another day. But to touch briefly on that, I love that look 110%. Of like, you look at the car, it being parked, and just the way it looks, it can tell you a story.
Yeah, that is a dope ass look. And you'll never have anybody kick a rock at it.
They could, but would you even?
No, you have to scoff at it because you spent $5,000 getting your car wrapped. You have to just kind of like, yeah, you don't know what's going on here.
But that look, at least to me, comes down to the same, that the car can tell you a story parked. It's gone through hell. It's gone through, a few dozen races. It's won, it's lost.
Paint traded.
But at the end of the day, that type of wrap, I am a fan of just because it can tell you a story if done right. But it comes out back to the same damn thing. If done right.
But again, with the meats, with the wraps, even sometimes lowering your car with excessive camber, if it's done right.
Man.
If it's done right, it looks crazy.
Yes, but we're one for starters around our area.
Nobody's doing it right.
No, what? No, that's being held up by zip ties and hope.
That's my car, literally my car. I'm a
I swear
Nissan
to
guy.
God. I swear to God.
If I can be sponsored by Zip Tie, dude, they would love me.
And me by 3M tape.
Yeah.
Oh, God, please.
Exactly
Please,
that.
blue tape, please. You guys are expensive. Just fucking Christ. But, touching a little bit on that, but I mean, if you're going down the main avenue, which I'm not even going to name,
No, say it.
and
say
your
it.
car looks like the goddamn DeLorean from Back to the Future
It means Burgerline.
that went
Burgerline
retarded,
Or Kennedy.
my God, why? Why? It's bad enough our streets are crap.
Yeah.
Let's just face the facts and say how it is. All our cars are licking the goddamn asphalt all day, every day.
Yep.
A few of our friends are on bags, but like a good majority of us are static. Like
Yeah,
we are all day, every day, licking the ground and call it a day.
Scraping, killing our fenders. Big
Exactly.
Fenders out the wazoo.
But you got these guys that they spend like $3,000 on wheels, the camber bolts from like eBay, and max it the fuck out.
Camera plates.
I'm sorry, camber plates. I'm sorry, I'm not part of the camber thing. So it's just, I swear to God, it's irritating. It's irritating to see sometimes. Yes, there are ones that look good, not that excessive.
You're wrong. I have one in my head.
Really?
That I'm waiting to pull the trigger on.
Go. What car?
That looks amazing with camber.
Yes.
That's Gabe.
Who the hell's that?
He's another Z, neon green, has a Cherokee Indian on the back window.
That's not the one that everybody hates on the internet, or on the.
You see, that's the deal. Some people hate him, some people love him to death.
Wait, is that the one though?
Yeah, that's that guy.
That's the guy. All right. I mean, this car looks good. I do like the way it looks. I do think
I wouldn't want to park next to him either.
the internet is a tad triggered for no reason, really. But
At a show, yeah, for real. I wouldn't want to park next to him. At a show next to him, I'd be like, all right, well, get ready for fourth place now. Because he's
you're
taking
selling
home
you're selling yourself short.
a first or a second. You know it.
All right, see, that car is actually a very good example on how it could change the mind
If done right.
if done right. And also, he has a lot more mods done.
Yeah, everything's custom.
Everything's literally customized on that car from the ground up.
And if I'm not mistaken, he did a lot of it himself.
So when you do add the excessive, extreme, crazy fucking camber, you kind of just, it blends in with the rest of the stuff.
Okay, so if you got a row of cars and he's just put in there with the rest of the camber cars, you're not going to look twice at him. But if he's parked up, you're going to stop and have to look at him. because
Exactly.
That's
yes.
something you have to stare at.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's a lot more work that catches your eye than just stupid excessive camber that you're pretty much riding on like the inner beads of the tire.
Aunt CC.
That's another one. One of our guys in the squad.
My homeboy, Aunt.
I swear to
He
God,
had-
he's another nut job. Another nut job. By the way, he's the famous dude that when we went to MetLife for the car meet,
Show.
car show. I mean, I don't even know what the hell that was.
Say their name.
No. I'm not even gonna bother. He lit up the asphalt on fire.
Yeah, that was beautiful. But ready for this?
Which we have a video of it on the channel. So if for all you guys are on YouTube, C4 Lifestyle, and you'll see his picture as the cover for the video.
But to be fair, they're still going to hold it next year again. Or when it comes back around, they'll still do it at MetLife. No harm, no foul, because it's in a controlled environment. You expect that from these cars. It's not something in the middle of Times Square. Ready for
Yes.
this? Even better, they do that meet under the bridge. I'm not going to say the name. I've been there a few times. I've even been in a Mustang doing what I have to do with the windows rolled up because I'm terrified that you're going to catch a video like that and be like, Snuff, you're an asshole. I don't ever want to see your face again. You're ruining the car community. No, I'm not. I'm having some fun under a bridge. And guess what? If it gets broken up after 3 hours, fine. But it's that one controlled environment, which is great. And to be truthful, they should designate that area for that person in that meeting.
Yes.
Because other people try to host
I
it there.
do.
And I don't understand that. I mean, let's get it straight. Nobody owns that area, but the fact of the matter being is they made that shit legendary.
Okay, I get that.
You know what I mean? So to host another meet there, it's never gonna measure up. I mean, there's two guys out there that send those kind of meets, and they're killing it in that area. But if it gets to like a Times Square deal, I don't think that's necessarily the best for what we're trying to keep going on.
No, I mean, there's so many things to this car thing. There really is so many car thing. I love it. I hate it. I love it more than I hate it, I'll be honest.
It's like having an erection and a migraine at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things. Yeah. Wow, you and the damn examples. You're on point tonight, by the way. But I swear to God, it's interesting. That's the best word. Like if somebody were to ask me, what is the car community? That is the one word I would.
You can't have one word to sum that up. That's nuts.
Yeah. Interesting. It really is.
And you get people from all walks of life.
That I do love and appreciate because you will not know the other person's language because this has happened to me in the past.
Several times.
And this guy will be completely from a different country, but you inspired them to work on their car if nobody else has ever really done anything to the car.
Oh, yeah.
Or you've done that one thing that nobody else has caught on to.
Oh, yeah. My turn signals.
Exactly. Well, congratulations. You just gave it away to the entire global world.
I'll give everything they need. Anything you ever need, don't be shy to hit me up for advice. And, hey, what do you think about this? Or just, hey, you're a moron. Because I know I'm going to get those.
But that is the highlight of the car community.
Yeah.
And how everyone can come together, which I did see this a lot. And actually, you participated in a few of them in this whole COVID thing.
Yeah, yep.
Everybody in the car world really joining up. Whether your car was modded, not really modded, you just had wheels in the drop or you just had tints and an air freshener. But you guys all got together and started going around houses for like birthdays or whatnot.
So we did birthday cruises. A good friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, Shane, he had a little family issue, and we did a cruise for that. That was a beautiful thing. And Shane, if you're listening, I love you. We did a little bit of a toy drive thing where we dropped off some clothes that were going to Honduras because they had that storm. Dude, we do beautiful things too. I mean, even the toy drive that went to St. Jude's, that was awesome. That was amazing.
See, that's what I love about the car world. That not so many other hobbies can pull that off.
You're right. But what kills me is when they see people doing things that they wouldn't do themselves, they bash them on Instagram.
Not only that, that whole Instagram thing is just a different.
Everybody's a tough
we
guy
can
on the
literally
computer.
get into a
got
topic
muscles.
of that one on a later episode. But the thing that grinds my gears, it doesn't really grind my gears, but I'm just like not even surprised about it. As I always tell you, this is my surprised face.
His face is stone cold.
With no emotion.
Not even a bit.
Just like blank as hell.
That's his surprised face.
That's my surprised face with everything. That, like, you get these guys that, like I said, the whole Instagram thing, you get, the keyboard warriors that forget about it. Like I said, for an episode for another day. Or you get the ones that bash your stuff, and then when you go and look at what they got,
it's a similar build.
Get similar build, bro. Their bumpers are being held up with duct tape. And you're just like...
Yeah, duct tape, exactly.
Why?
Similar build.
Why the hell?
You can't see my silver tape. Never see my silver tape.
Why the hell are you bashing me, bro? And you still need to buy a bumper for your car. And you have nothing.
We're ready for this? So, again, going back to doing it better sometimes even, or doing it right. 240s, whenever they don't have that rear bumper, I think that is the sexiest thing with the bash bar.
Yes, I am a fan of that.
Jesus Christ.
I am a fan of that bash bar.
There's a yellow 240, Issa drift car, ISSADRIFTCAR. No rear bumper, but when I tell you that car is minty with a capital M, I think about it at nighttime.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does your fiance say about that?
She really can't talk when you ever were at nighttime. But no, I'm kidding, guys. I love her to death. I'm going to marry this woman.
Maybe not after she listens to this episode.
She's with me through thick and thin.
What's going on, Kate? we can give her a shout out.
Yeah.
And also my little pain in the butt, Amanda. My little
pain in the butt?
I mean...
She's going to choke you out when she gets
She
a
probably
chance.
is, man. I love her to death. Love you, babe.
but if done right.
It does come back to that. End of the day, it really does come back to that. It's sad, the amount of hate, because sadly there is a lot more hate on builds than previous years.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is exactly.
Because everybody's brave to say you suck online, but in person they would nod their head
Also
and just
true.
keep it pushing.
You're right. I mean, it was so different because, like I said, I've been at this now, over 20 years now, doing car shows. And I always saw, oh, why the hell did you do that? Oh, why the hell this? Oh, that looks ugly.
You probably got that a lot with red.
I do get that a lot with red. And red, to like fill you guys in, is my little project Beamer that I bought for like $600 like a few years back. And I pretty much restored it, brought back to like, tip-top shape, and I went nuts with it. But, okay, yeah, I have wheel spacers. Yeah, it's fucking automatic. Big shit.
Well, that's my problem now. Anybody selling 3-piece wheels, 5x114.3.
And I didn't really do the general mod list that people do with E36s.
Well,
which is convert them to an M3 front,
or
roof rack, 3-piece wheels and bags.
restore them absolute to OEM.
Or go nuts because
The
you
purists.
you get the purists out there that look at the car and you're like, what the hell?
My buddy Rob's doing
Why
the same thing
did
with
you
the white
do
one.
that?
And when I tell you this thing, you could eat it off the carpet floors. It's immaculate.
And I can respect that. I like to see stuff like that. But me personally,
Doesn't do it for you.
it doesn't do it for me. I'm kind of bored.
Doesn't get your juices running.
Exactly.
I get it.
Literally, like in a minute of me staring at the car, I can appreciate the work. I'm like, yeah, this looks on point. I can tell this was like a rotisserie build, and he got everything, redone through BMW of Germany and
Wires
blah, blah, blah.
tucked,
Wire tucked, the whole 9 yards. But that's it. That's it. And me, when I was building the BMW, I was still going to car shows with my other trucks. So I would sit there. Okay, I don't leave my car until I get judged. I really don't. So even if I have to go pee, I hold it until the damn judge comes, judges me, and then I go on my merry way. I'll go shoot the video, I'll do the coverage of the show or whatever, and then I'll take a nice little look. And I've taken pictures of just certain angles of cars that I like. If I saw a Subaru with the rally lights on it, I'll take a snapshot of it.
And then apply it.
And I'm like, you know what? That's a cool idea. I can always add it in the future to something. I just store it in the back of my mind. What's that Japanese theme of the famous oil coolers in the front? I cannot remember the name of it.
Oh, they're usually Mishimoto's or so on and so forth.
Yeah, right. But they're the small little nice with the cool braided lines
We
and
also
whatnot.
offer C4 ones, just in case anybody's wondering.
Self-promotion.
Yeah, absolutely. Plug it.
But that look, I always loved. Saw 2-3 cars at a show once, took a shot of it. I was like, you know what? That's a cool idea. I don't know how I can incorporate that, but eventually I'll find a way to incorporate that into something, into anything. Even if it's my car or somebody else's car, but I'll stick it somewhere.
Yeah.
Damn idea. I have been like that my entire life while working on my cars, whether it been blue or shadow, red, so on and so forth. I get my chance and I find the BMW. I kind of just threw all those brain farts ideas. I was like, you know
your
what?
song came on, you did your dance.
Why not? And I slapped it on the damn car. You get half the internet.
Says I hate you.
Yeah, god damn it, why?
Light this thing on fire.
Set it on fire. Then you got the other half that's just like,
Holy shit.
Holy
it's a
shit.
JDM Beamer.
why didn't I think of this? Or holy shit, that actually goes. Or holy shit, this guy literally pulled this out of his ass. Because it's parts from other things that you would never thought.
2 and 2 equals fish, not 4.
Exactly. That could probably go into the car. And, you know, again, half the bashing I do get, because I do get the bashing, is that I don't have 3-piece wheels, that I don't have bags, and that I don't have an M3 front end.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a common thing. Most people like to do that Vicres front bumper on my car. You know,
Okay.
I got asked, what the hell is that? Is that an eBay bumper? I'm gonna have to explain.
Be like, no, sir, it's from Craigslist.
It's not from Craigslist.
Facebook Marketplace, guys.
Oh my god.
It was $50 and a blowjob.
No, maybe a blowjob. No, it's Vertex basically, but it's not the brand Vertex because I'm not paying fucking $1,200 for just a front bumper.
Which we will get into that.
Call me cheap all day long. I don't care.
We'll get into that. That alone is a very good topic on
Reps versus real.
rep versus real, and whatnot. Like I said, guys, we have a lot of stuff planned, so we're kind of just like shooting the shit, as you say, in the first episode, just so you guys get a feel for how we are, how we talk, and the ideas, and how we brainstorm and whatnot.
The shit we care about or don't care about. Or
Exactly.
care to express and don't care to express at all.
Pretty much what he said. But it should be fun. It should be fun. So again, guys, we hope you enjoyed this first episode of the Lifestyle Podcast with Sonic and
Snuff.
Feel free to follow us on the grams, on Twitter. It's pretty much all C4 Lifestyle. You have the tags on all our pages, on all our cars as well. Feel free to shop online, c4lifestyle.shop. We have our own little merch. And yeah, pretty much that's it.
Hold on. What about
I'm
entering
sorry.
the team? Signing up for that?
Yes, we are always looking for new knuckleheads to bless us with their builds and the cool stuff. No, you don't have to be from Jersey. We have like over 100 of us in like 8-9 states now.
And different countries. We got the one in Germany.
We got Germany and
Cuba.
Canada, and we have a car in Cuba. So like I said, if the car looks cool, if you have mods on it, at least 6, send over the application. Just log on, teamc4.club.
And guess what? If it's an old resto mod, you don't need mods as long as it's restored.
Yes, that is also true. So
don't
if you
sell
do
them
have if you do have a classic and it's been done right or it's been done good,
I'm an idiot counting how many mods I have on my fingers right now. Like, do I
still-
deserve this?
he's still counting, guys. But yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. Subscribe to us. If you're on YouTube, feel free to look at us on C4 Lifestyle. Hit a follow button, in the 2021 world. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned because we're just getting warmed up.
Peace.